So that was a great win for us in a lot of ways. And like we talked about going into the game, we talked to our players. We needed to be the most physical football team. We needed to be able to run the ball on offense. We needed to control the clock. Obviously, we did all of those things. Defensively, we knew they were going to gain some yards because they throw the ball so much. Had a good quarterback, and obviously they had three really good-looking wide receivers that I think could have probably have played for anybody that we played this year. So we knew it was going to be a tough ball game, and it was. They've got a good, solid football team. So to come out with a win, especially like we got the win, I think it says a lot about our football team and the direction we're headed. It's like I talked to several of the guys after the game. I said, the normal thing is to congratulate your seniors and your juniors, and the great thing I didn't have to do is congratulate anybody because we don't have any. We don't have any seniors. We don't have any juniors. We've got one sophomore. We've got, 3 sophomores. So the great thing about the guys you saw this year, if they continue to play at ETSU, you'll see them again in 3 years, and I think that says a lot. I look at several of the teams that we played this year that I played against at Liberty when I was there that were young guys in. Now they're third-year seniors or fourth-year seniors, and there's a big difference in where they were as freshmen and where they are now, and you're going to see the same thing with this football team. We've talked about it several times. What we try to do is put concrete into the slab and harden it, and I think we were able to do that, and I think you'll see a lot tougher mentally and physically football team because of everything we went through this year, not only as a football team but as a staff. As like I told our team yesterday, it was very important for all of us, first of all, for them to see how I'm going to react in adverse situations, to see how our coaches are going to react, and more so than that is to see how our players are going to respond to the situations that were thrown at them this year, who's going to stay in the boat, who's going to jump out of the boat, who's going to be a leader, who's going to be a follower, who is not is going to be with you only when you win. So I think we were able to do that, and that's one thing that we're trying to do right now is meet with all of our players to give them an end-of-the-season evaluation on where we feel like they are, and also to give them an opportunity to let us know where they think we are and where we need to go. So there's been a lot of things discussed in the last few days, and we've got a lot of good things going on. Obviously, right now, recruiting is tremendously important. One great thing about this season, it gives us a chance to see where we feel like that we need to improve or to get more depth in certain positions to give us a chance to compete in the SoCon. I think Kevin did a great job with the stats. You look at it, 5 of the teams that we played this year are ranked in the top 25 in the FCS football in defense, so that tells you a lot. 3 of the teams are ranked in the top 25 in offense. So we know what we played against, and I think it's important for our players to understand that because I'm not sure some of us appreciate some of the competition that we did play against this year. We've got several young men that are ranked in national stats, and as a team, I think that one thing that I am proud of is we're ranked in the top 10 in fewest penalty yards, fewest penalties per game, and fewest penalties overall, and that dropped off a little bit late. Time of possession, which is probably a little bit of a stat that we like to feel good about, that as we controlled the ball 31 minutes and 34 seconds, and the games we had a chance to win, in my opinion, if you look at the scores, look at where we were, you look at all the what-ifs, we probably had a chance to win 4 games. We didn't get 2 of them finished off at the end like we should have, but I do feel like that because of the things that happened throughout the season, that it will surely help us be a better football team next year and the years to come. So I do again want to say thank you to our fan support. Obviously, we averaged over 7,000 fans a game. I think 7,128 to be exact for all of our home games, which is absolutely amazing. I have no idea what ETSU averaged when they dropped football. Billy might be able to tell us a little bit about that, but I think to do that week in and week out says a lot about the direction that we're headed, and it also, I think, says a lot about the commitment to ETSU football and what we're trying to get accomplished, because without them, without Dr. Nolan, without the people that made financial support as well as support to our program to be there, we couldn't do what we're getting ready to do. But you look at things that have happened in the last few weeks, from the breaking the ground to our stadium, which is a big plus for us, especially in recruiting. to the announcement of playing Tennessee back, to know that we're going to be in the SoCon Conference next year. I feel like there'll be an announcement in the next several months about several SEC or ACC teams that we'll play, in the next 5 or 6 years, which will be a plus in our recruiting. So there's a lot of great things going on right now, and like I say, it's a lot easier to be positive and move forward after this win than if we'd had another loss. So I've said it time and time again. 1-10 is a whole lot worse than 2-9, and neither one of them are where we want to be. But I think it also tells us that we've got a chance to be competitive, and I think it'll make all of us appreciate winning even more. We do need to learn how to win. We need to learn how to win the close ball games, because obviously when we get in the league that we're in next year in the SoCon, a lot of the games that we're going to have a chance to win are going to probably be close ball games, win, lose, or draw. It is exciting to know that we are getting in the SoCon, because of a lot of the games that we played this year on the road, they were probably out of the distance for most of our fans. Once we get in the SoCon, most of those games will be within driving distance, so I think that'll be a big plus for us as well. And obviously the area that we're going to recruit from, the teams that we'll play, these are teams that these young men know and know who they are, know where they're at. They know their family can be there. And it's like we talk about in recruiting all the time. I think it's important that if your parents or friends want to see you play, that they can come and see you at home or away and feel like that they can get to a game on a Saturday and get back on a Saturday night and still be successful. But what I want to do is I wanted Billy and Mike to both come in here and probably just give you the good, the bad, and the ugly on offense and defense this year, and where we are, where we need to go. But they've done an absolutely wonderful job, because it has not been easy. I think that's one thing that we do have. We've got a very, very close-knit staff that are obviously great football coaches that get along together, and no jealousies involved. Both these guys have been coordinators long enough, and obviously Mike's been a head coach as well. And ego, there is no ego. It's a situation that we're going to do on offense what we need to do to give ourselves a chance on defense to be successful that week, and vice versa. And so we're excited about the future that I think ETSU football has.